Emanfe emfa emao enti on sensem no I care herbal clinic eno na boss ye di wie na for the big interview too no atoaso hepatitis B stroke three okay hepatitis B stroke udom pene emuabu wonya fracture ni nyina no I care ena eboa wo na finima koye ama wo ejoso Zonko Johnson eya adwuma ezoada kopem memenda anopa no nso kopem anwumere no nsia Paroni Balm the Wonder Balm eno no usisi ade na beko after rheumatism ebe free so niema nyina nkoye Help Care Ointment no the magic ointment candidiasis no betu ase afei hunamani sansa crowd se mampele nkrusa pimples nyina beko nyina no bra promise ba obenya adro no bi etimi ato dobi atu adro bi anso kwa benya bi etimi ato 0243 035 898 eti boss player yamfa wensi ohu na fe
so out here high oil 100.7 live on Facebook, live on TV. In the studios now the CEO Emma Kumase Asante Kotoko Nana Yaw Amponsa. The next idea no yane Asante Kotoko CEO ena AD enkomo medical catch say ibebusa ye de wa ha also dia wo bia no sisi e ukọ oyre passports ana oyre radio on Facebook abetimi do question afa ho sa so na at oyre passports on Twitter also ubetimi do message afa SMS no 0241915555 0241915555 eno aso betimi use WhatsApp edo messages na afa ho sio akwaba
Yeni astraka.
Ambacho bibia bokode.
Adumara kwa.
Same ye siu yini page mu kakra mame na yini ofom. Wenye eye adwuma nti le page.
Oh, yini pa FM 100.7.
Sio mame samo akwa babiem.
Yeni astraka.
Bibia bokode.
Bibia boko michia one tiefo nyina ne kotoko akitafo nyina ne Ghana fo nyina.
Okay.
Santiman.
Yeda wasiso se anopay watwa ewa ha. Say on the 25th of December and yes I be dim komo but bibi nti ntimi amaso nti ena wa ba bepie mo ha na yeda ase se yeto yensa fro so waba
oh say ahade say bio I am me fie
okay
nti no I bring in am no any all other media houses say moton sa from na kwan wo mo kwan dia meba nse esi unfo ndo so a ohwe ni nyina na adwuma no emergencies home and I do baby so na brew na honam na emre kakra em say at the time no na honam do me kakra and I still wanted to come but I'm sorry no na apomodin no
sunsumpe
na honam no emre na honam no emre and me babia so say me ma
yeah
my best and give him off my best you know mo fan cheme say mentimi am
no problem
I'm happy to be here again
no problem yes yeah that's it so waba see what the emre nti say the besi akono no ya na ya offer ne sa the edi kan me dem fan say ya we first round me fan say ya we first round enra na second round no e sha ase season ne ba be start there is a project who expectation maybe a team need drew by the first round starting from preparation based on points Kumasi Asante Kotoko nyaye performance of the players, performance of the technical team beginning of the season sana we project say yenwe first one no na this sectors no e ho ne be kwa akodu
me da say me say my projection it was quite ambitious and I would say target I'm setting first round
FM 100.7
target no we were a little shy of the main target. I'm say recently I had a sick time with the CEO and I had mentioned for me and for management the target was to amass 40 points in the first round. Say team shisheno a strategy and I'm ready. Mekai say you call Dubai yeah bano. Me can't say be chiro but be na refi. I said it's a team we call unbeaten in the season. I won't be surprised.
I
won't be surprised. Into one of the surprises Menya is the fact that we've lost 2 matches. It may sound arrogant, but when we're the Agronechiache, we follow teams. You're able to assess all your opponents, assess yourself, know where you need improvement and know that you've improved very well, then you know, say you are on the right path. Because you could Dubai and airborne matches against third-tier teams in Dubai.
Yeah.
Now you win. Now you probably be complaining now. Wakoboka na Dubai and I'm going to smaller teams. Now, Mr. Kaka.
And more of them.
Debbie. The reason being that is when you are building a team, say sit down, we share blocks. So when you do point out be roofina or finish here, who cry, who say, who are there, we any so. But who now cry the master plan, and I baby I will see I could do. Into being say a dino, a uncompleted, not you, and I die we cry and you fit, and I die we cry no we are more so this here. Because you have the master plan.
Yeah.
And I baby I will hear them. What I could do. One thing in the teams in Dubai at the end. Even with the second division, third division, they are very good players.
Yeah.
Players need to be players on more African leagues. Teams are not Bonosha. Disappointment copy deal with Dubai. I could sign big team, maybe acquire no Uncle Ye, no decides over sign about some more team being Boni. Some of them players from La Liga near DAB Uncle Ye and Mabaho. And you realize that the tactical disposition of these teams, and it's almost boy. You see a clear pattern, you see, say, you are playing a team, when you play against them, very important drills. And it was also to let us see, because, listen, we had recruited about 16 players. Mm-hmm. That was the opportunity for the coaches to, combine these players, So, okay, we anyway combination, because it's not just one player. So, top striker, no, saving 100 goals now, the neighbor. Said we want to be a man assist, man share goals, You need to make sure say we will be complementing to do that. So me, I had no doubt say yeba nyama bekoye. Of course, you can plan, but nyama kinikiti be so betimi I then touch him. But me also nipa science here say biom this management yeba we had last season, the beginning of last season, we had just one transfer window.
Yeah.
To change the team. Tembia me come repeat wa ya buy 38 players and Okotoko books so. The then coach said he didn't need 20 of them.
That is Maso Konodo.
Yes.
Okay.
Me na many players at the time. I didn't know anybody. And you go by the coach's request. Despite say I've been in recruitment as an agent for over 12 years, At a point now I wasn't following the local league very well. Tina minim players, It is out 20 no more kono. Say na ubi very good, and I could sonko and now ubi good, Me, I couldn't have said much. You trust the system, you trust the technical team. I'm 18 and I cannot too soon Kotoko players. Yeah, Maxwell, Nim Kujo, and Justice Blay. Until we have 16 players, we have to recruit.
Yeah.
And the players be over Omoka 16 no more. We felt sent on my horn in Dubabia. Yeah, per se the team could do, but you need changing overnight because you cannot inherit a team of 38 players. And they say 38 will be an anchor. Now the full set of 30, but it will take a couple of transfer windows, 1, 2, 3, and send away to me share team out. And a team balance is very important. In at the end of the season, we ask that some players go and players and all that. But team we have balance.
Okay.
And now we have team one. The bench is as strong as the starting 11. Because injuries to me ba obi to me come no wanya ni day. So no should give you confidence and could you cry na a bit me asisa. To share your first game against Dreams. We're playing very well. Then taking lead, with 5 minutes to go. The moment Isaac Opon was coming in about 10 minutes to go, you could see the confidence in us, the management said something is going to change. There was a video here, I'm saying Lamin.
Yeah,
the nomination said, because as soon as Opon was coming, we knew that something was going to change.
Okay, upon us, I mean, the decision to sign such players from the lower leagues upon Division 2. Upon Division 2, Kotokoye big club. Expectation was so. Pressure woho nisa anyomano. And then the man decided say Kotoko Kesiye pressure work club nim. Then you move to Division 2. So kwa players there for you.
You see, there is nothing new under the sun. The principles of running football has not changed since the days of Pele. Pele far Brazil see in the console. Or the Omoje World Cup, nobody saying 17.
Yeah, Sweden 58.
Now we are Mbappe, the France see the console. Koje World Cup, ma France, nobody saying
18.
Fabregas mo the cra Arsenal, captain Arsenal, nobody saying. When Rooney fire England 2004, the call Euro 2004, nobody saying
18.
So from time immemorial, I am kola, and I carry football in college. Secondly, CSC or Kotoko Academy. They make me promote player from Kotoko Academy. And they are senior side of Manabe boy. I didn't need to make of a player over second division. Thirdly, is the quality that matters. I always say, born is the same principles. So what second division, with me prove BBA. Oba had even quality more players to assist him, just as there will be quality opposition. Into scouting, no, me kai say recruitment, na kasabe na course, and I name recruitment ni idea. But you see, we are a country, and sometimes people don't respect expertise. So me say you my FIFA regent for over 12 years. Now me team are convincing top coaches to sign players. Now say me recruitment, now say o doubt it, me capabilities are. Me kind of be when a coaching emunya fa coach.
I know how what is anyone.
Oh, I have it only spurs me on. I say obi ni man of Akwebi. Me those things I have because the sweetness of the
so only more juma. Maybe I be sorry anopa. Obeti say oh. I then walk to play away. Then I will yes I know my way. But two fools I then I will know.
And you say how? My Ejuman Kasama. Ejuman Kasama recruitment. It can go right, it can go wrong. Idea nkofo nim recruitment. So sometimes they say there are players you buy to satisfy fans, and there are players you buy because you believe they will deliver for you. And fun say, man you got a player, man you Rashford. He's a very good player. Wait me about. At the same time, supporters are calling for Cristiano Ronaldo. So Ronaldo management Ronaldo no went to me and bar. The supporters will not blame management because they believe Ronaldo doing body that one why then or somebody Rashford ban went to me and bar. I see I can say minimum majuma. But Rashford ban to me both prove then they will say oh so they knew what they were doing. In your recruitment you must have the balance right. And
based on recruitment I'm here Okotoko. Ronaldo need their fancy there and I'm Rashford need their
Minka, wow,
so then I'm here to satisfy the supporters. And at the end, I'm here to say let's give them chance. They can prove.
There are a few. I don't want to give names because these are all our players. And Obi Ohonswa, Obi team beginning a bad diamano, a chain, Obi pick up, Obiane, adaptability. Team adaptation, and easy for everybody. Obiani time will peak. Obuha is not just management and your time we from time immemorial players have come to Kotoko and done well. Some players now expectations were almost about moment me then. It happens in a lot of teams. Sebi rather my Falcao by man you went to me but everybody knew Falcao was what am I say? And I'm just saying say message supporters say I am trusty process now. I'm on trusty processing because supporters want to win, technical team want to win, players want to win, management want to win, board want to win, the owner wants to win. But what am I say? Yeah, shut down ko ye bibi say yeah no keke. And by your first question, last season I kept saying say playing away from home, even the travel time. That season Kotoko travel seeing team bia we were traveling for home matches and traveling for away matches. And Ukra also has its toll on players. What am I say? This is in Sunday money now. I improve it because here ball Babayara. Into home matches we have enough rest and away matches. Which are last season Africa, other competitions, FA Cup, League now. We travel Kotana Accra. Ekobo home match.
Yeah.
Look at the number of kilometers. The company now has a toll on the players.
Okay. See what way based on how I'm signing players, then a coach Prosper Nateogun. At the end of my Prosper management taking decisions. Say you feel say upon all this, Prosper need the right person to lead this project.
Okay. I hire na better na me can say, and I even at the unveiling of management, because first year I wanted to build a Chan-like team. The second year I want to build a Wafa-like team, which simply means as management in the year where you blueprint, you follow. What we meant by a Chan-like team was that near Africa, and we felt you hear a team be experienced woman, kakra, on betimi abo say kasi a fresh national team at that time, a lot will get
the opportunity
to go into it. I know your first season, Africa we struggled because we're not playing at home, and financially we're struggling too. Teams are young boy, no we are prepared, na prepared. But last season you Africa you lose any match away from home because we had that Chan-like on Fred Black Star then we had about 8 or 9 players. 8 players going into the Black Stars at the time from your setup, from your first 11, which meant that we had that Chan-like team. Even that call-up was the main Black Star, but of course it was more of local players. It means that we achieved our purpose of the Chan-like team. That Chan-like team could not win as Africa. It could not win as a league because of last-minute hitches being idea. So, okay, let's move on to the second year plan, which is the medium-term plan. Have a Wafa-like team. To have a Wafa-like team means you need a Wafa-like coach. And Dr. Prosper had done so well with Wafa for the first time, placing third in such a difficult league with these small boys. It means that se ukofa nkwala nso abebo u team no himself nkwala bebem u hia coach or team nkwala ase obema nkwala no opportunity to play. So it was just following the philosophy na the abano and your plan to say we are building a Wafa-like team this season. But I've always maintained that if you have a Wafa-like team backed by the Kotoko supporters na they will win the league every season. Almost every season they will win the league, and that is what is manifesting.
Okay. Share supporters' contribution. Offer players, offer coach. And your man yes obey second year like Wafa-like team. So far send who supporters' contribution. Because you need their support. Send out home contribution.
Medasi supporters have always said that omo collateral. When I say they are the owners of the team, and they are at the same time customers of the team. Third one is someone collateral. Collateral is ukwaji besia na
odisia
owa. Edi na odisia owa say mama besia. Ye supporters no omo na collateral odisia owa. And this be call sponsors be ho ye be call anything aye bia ye the supporters unhwe supporters aye wo. E bitimi di supporters aye say. And they've been fantastic. One, the support to the management. My goodness, from the beginning there was turmoil here and there. See you I say. At the end of the fan to see you in the management. So in same way, where we need to be.
Yeah.
But they were resolute and trusted in the system. I supporting ya be seen. I'm going to support you. The case supporters are, and yes, I had them now supporting. You support through thick and thin. Into the bra kunuma den you support or kunuma den swa you still support. Into the supporters there. Me to muswa no my day.
Hey, what muso?
Yes, me no mukaso muso.
Hey,
you've been very very supportive. They've been very 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 supportive.
Wow.
But there's still room for improvement. Mama Kasa and say virtual seat, yesha na enko ye papa. Maybe 1 year 2000. 2000. Me wa bonten yes kotoko supporters. You will bear 10 million. Say mu 1 million krama 1 Ghana cedi. Obinya 1 million Ghana cedi. Dey na ko 2000 cedi. Really I was say the supporters jin komo. Ti me kai say we granted one interview on Facebook, and after that omo Kenya omo ho, and we've seen an improvement. We can go further. We can do far better because here were even 10,000 supporters. That's a virtual city. Almost all my 10 Ghana cities every match. And you see, every week in the home match, 2 weeks. And you know, see, 10,000 supporters, not every week. Almost my 10 Ghana cities. That's 100,000 cities. It's more than we are getting at the gates now. And that boy, yeah, even 50,000 net cities net.
And
the
Kodogoni dreams,
yes.
More than 50,000.
Maybe. And you know, supporters, you know, the team, no, almost bit me driving. We share pay-per-view. Then be American. Say share Baba Yara CCR. Say Kotoko supporters can move fele Baba Yara in 40,000.
Yeah.
But my catch is you say 10 million supporters. Or the infant say 1 million supporters. Now say you move 40,000 be fele Baba Yara. I can say 960,000. And then you coin in Baba Yara. So when you coin in Baba Yara, a dear almost more year. And they are contributing towards that game. But you follow me. Ain't you know, I was here saying, you bet me rubber bayara. But in the comfort of our homes, you bet me a baby. Eddie Aboa. Me yakola me follow Kotoko. Somebody once told me a story. Or see, Papa book my see, I mean, so go to Tia. Kotoko match be also make 300 tickets.
But baby, what is he? My mention Doc Park,
Abia. Fanny said, me a Kotoko supporter. Me baby as a me cast me Baba Bayara be cost me maybe 20 cedis in and out. Match tickets and so 30 cedis in the game. Maybe near Tosubium stadium. Honestly, MDBD are a whole kakra.
And I want to know me bisano because all Casano say mo share virtual seat in Arsenal. Na beginning na and said the Moses Usi Susu no na enro but a chi e koson kakra. But team that first team winning matches and make me at Tanahaka say in about 10-15 years the kind of performance I could putting up under your management and making I say the best. But attendance are a problem. We are disappointed support now we are sad about supporters response or more attending league games over by our sports stadium.
Me is sad, me reho kakra. I mean can you me reho. Da me reho ye pa ye say in the history of Kotoko yen share aduana da. Nia bomodin akọ share aduana. E wo doma. Ken share aduana wo doma da. Ni share go kra wo ho. Ni akọ show mu. Na ye ba bebo Ashanti derby against Ashgold. Ni aba ni nya nipa even 7,000 kra na 6,000 kra wo park Baba Yara. E to su bium. Supporters e kan ase ni aban kanon bium na 25% no iswa. Na even 25% na ye ntimi mfele. Ntimi nya justification bia ye de kwa aban wakase. Aban hwe ya fele 10,000 na nipa be ye 20-30,000 gu. Actually almost scramble for ticket intiama social distancing no cry ntimi keeping outside of the stadium. Tima kwa na nipa mrem. It was very difficult to go and make any justification.
Komuma
afin so no sebio sika Kotoko budget you operating no it me boy who modern as management e move 50% is coming from sponsorships. 50% akano is supposed to come from gate proceeds, which is most consistent, and every 2 weeks when you say kakra beba and a player transfers and other merchandising at the account. Supporters in Percy beton your players. I'm going to see keeping players no the core Africa. Team media or see keeping 2-3 years. Na the koji bibi Africa. Say get process number. It means we are forced. Then be a Kotoko supporters ka only Yanya stadium. Yanya stadium because we see car acquire that stakeholders so from the gate process also. Not twice this season. With the investors about park because my year projections.
The investors about park.
Yes, me actually investors say your 40,000 capacity every match. You bit my fairly 20,000 into here 18 to 20,000 capacity stadium. A bit cost to say every match you been save back. Not twice me the investors about Baba Yara stadium. You better not see almost empty stadium.
So mo basen ko mo bebo.
Omo bebo be stadium am I.
Am Kotoko stadium.
Yes, omo be because me see your numbers but you improving numbers no. Intimate supporters no. The more person you see your stadium we need to prove the numbers. Say akaye be 8 home matches. 8 home matches, you know, we should be able to prove say yenya 20,000 say 8. Then I can prove to the investors say indeed so see 20,000 capacity stadium maya. You bet me a fail. I'm over 5 years and now 6 years, you know, what worker that stadium no you own it completely. But if we cannot prove these numbers, then it's going to be almost impossible to achieve the stadium project.
That's it. There are plans in place. To say say you want to get a stadium for Kotoko.
Body by one of the mandates are don't importers patronize the product. So man patronize here. We can do everything within our power for the club. But omo team no your dear supporters, you know. Imagine say otu brodo fie. Now body rosen conform me to brodo no. Now why only brodo no be? How do you convince people so mo to brodo no? But what am I say?
Pa.
We be akoto brodo abontinti no. Make en ubetina fie no have DSTV. Because Liverpool ni Chelsea bo. Sikano ko England do.
Entra Ghana.
Na Kotoko bo na wo mehwe.
I'm not for so complaining about Sika Moje Ewo Gate. Enran was stadium and will be by striker. Team need the airport, team need the Yakumaso. They say so Ghana no more my thing. You could cry and tade. I have a better name 60 cities. So an impenny fonka. Odo munye ni 50. I'm a fat 10 and for camera stadium. I'm the beer for Kakufi.
May I answer in two folds. One, and it's first round, such calls by being a listening management, a argument between many management members. I told management members, say, this one, Yababoka, it won't change much. Because per the dynamics na me hu no na enya ntiso no na bema numbers no increase. Management members impressed on me am I yet so that yet so no numbers no quite reducing more. But me I like to deal with facts and figures. Research that yet so no numbers no reduce further and the reduce be seen ayet so. Yes scientists so there's no guarantee say it be increasing. It is the commitment. But what I say, the commitment to support. Who say you are going to enjoy football and at the same time contribute to your club. Secondly, when my dear me any house match, you know, Accra, you know. Now me yan say, you say, get process a home takes all.
Yeah.
Now, Kotoko bomb matches here from not support the Simba. Ne do any house so when say Sikano ko house ho. Now you bochinku. Could you as a house for first can that house when you house for gate process we think there are two screens so I saying popular stand was 50 Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
people now so be complaining now not VIP me boy.
Yeah, VIP.
And so the same person boy could talk popular stand 50 cedis to watch but on the 30 cedis and now 20 cedis and it is not the price, it is the commitment. And me challenge the supporters. Say ade aye yen say fe. Eno ya bobo na ebiaba me ho. See you in Bella de Mamuntonu ya de no Africa. So ya adwempa. Cause kotina passenger eyimu kunya COVID. Twice you fire your private plane with the Air Force at the coin. Obi an for COVID. Ya COVID case back okra. You call Mauritania. COVID cases, COVID case because we could control the COVID situation. The only time you struggle here, a cocotina passenger plane, we hear transit Ethiopia near the you do not COVID at the Korean. Born crying to me and boka. And Casa match, you know. It's me show money qualifying. Keeping you over 600,000. So 10,000 supporters. About Bayara. Averagely, we get about 350,000 CDs. Gross.
Yeah.
Almost stakeholders here. You bring at least half of that. If I say 180, and then if I say 200,000, it means you have 2 matches in a month. It's about 400,000.
400,000.
400,000 convert to dollars. If I say here wage bill cry 400,000 players, staff, everybody. It means Gate Proceeds alone can take care of that in a month. Maybe why?
Yeah.
Then sponsorship and the rest can go into other areas. In Timumba, how do we maintain in Bella? Because already offers are coming. But the minimum say every month Gate Proceeds going on $50,000. Say management, you beka aye adwumai akusia and supporters. Support. Without their support, we are nothing. Because idea alimony idea yen when you see intimi nyebiu. I have said and I repeat, say management we anybody you cry 5% of Alali budget. We will compete favorably with Alali. Come here, I've dealt with Alali, the Zamalek, the Etoiles, the Raja Casablancas at close range. Say be never bu okrom person ya, omunya say me ya mom. Engineer come here me dey na minti. But they have the revenue. Their supporters understand. Look at breakdown of Ali budget and the revenue sources. Supporters contribution is over $5 million a year.
Yeah. Elani, yeah.
That is subscription over $5 million a year. And within Alali team offer of $1.5 million a year. They once gave me an offer for a coach when I was an agent. $1.5 million a year
for the coach.
For the coach net. A year bonuses in Yambai. Now piece of mutual saying. Piece over $200,000 a month.
Yeah.
So if we want to compete with them, your numbers, you know, your support the same Alali. Sure. I'm telling you. And I keep saying,
say, sure.
Okay, you know, this is it. Alali niye, Kotoko niye. Alali supporters 1 million each and a half. Kotoko supporters 1 million each and a half. Okay? Yes, you will be contributing $1. Alali supporters not contribute. Only $1 million.
Yeah.
As you Kotoko supporters and contribute, $1 million.
Yeah.
In Bella Nejina Hay, Alali pe Kotoko pe. Can't we compete?
Move it to me.
Now, see, you say Ali phone contribute, no be at $1, but when you $1 million. Kotoko contribute, now the part $10,000. How can you get in Bella? So I had the commitment. Rebecca said, oh, the economy in Egypt is good, so they can contribute. But $1 is $1
everywhere.
$1 in India is $1 in Ghana. And I had the commitment where then I've said, say, and I got to call 10 million supporters, 10 million. I don't need 10 million supporters. I need 100,000 committed supporters. And I'll build a stadium for Kotoko. Seminya. 100,000 committed supporters in there. Minimum managing 100,000 committed supporters in there. Benedict. Seminya 100,000 committed supporters. Ediomu Dimba say yeah committed to Kotoko. We will build the stadium within 18 months.
Unya 100,000 supporters. Our more say na beso mutua.
Omutua just $500
every month.
No, one of $100.
So mutua na ba ko pese boom.
Yes.
One also mutua is $100. $100. Okay, $100 is say be $680.
Keep it in dollars. $100. Multiply by 100,000.
18 months will be stadium.
Yes. Calculate. It's 10 million.
I will be in fancy camera be supporters in Sikamwa.
Yes. Let's calculate. $100 multiplied by 100,000. They're saying $10 million.
Yeah.
I don't need 1 million Kotoko supporters. I need 100,000 committed Kotoko supporters to give me $100.
The project is over starting that way.
Now be some 100,000 now, 10,000 come every 10,000 supporters who will step out. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to identify them. I'm struggling to see the supporters now. I want to see them. I'm telling you, I want to see them. I'm going to fuel. They are the energy we have. I'm going to move fuel. But you see, you're shorty fuel. And I'm very, very passionate about this. You're shorty fuel. Yeah.
Our plan say before Benya 100,000 supporters, no. may sure say you will need them to register for you to see say 100,000 or money. Or plans be say management board putting plans see benya these supporters be contribute to say scano to help Asante Kotoko build a stadium.
Yes. See a best start here census board approve management together with NCC and other supporters groups. Acha say by end of March, and I mean by end of this week. By end of this week, we should be executing social media strategies, implementing online social media strategies to start the census.
Okay.
But you see, there was 600,000 followers on Twitter. About 600,000.
Yeah.
Let's assume say 600,000 followers. You know, we move 400,000 and they're Kotoko supporters.
Okay. I'm sure Madam about Menya OBCC say he's ready to pay $500. And he said, "Me find a number, Mama. Na money nya ECC." He's ready to pay $500.
When we open it, Uncle
$500. Okay.
You better recognize it in a very nice way. Ubia, and I'm going to say this. I was not prepared to say, but I'll say it. Ubia will be just $100. War now you be transfer stadium.
100.7
break back will be any in the date of birth, but also forever and ever.
Ubia will be $100 no. So we $100 na. Na Kotoko stadium ni we are. Breaks na mu be use no.
War
no. Ni atru within
any date of birth.
Any date of birth near the abo.
Na ya sponsor this date. And be war forever and ever. Immortalize you.
Adu-Poku Eugene metwa $100. Because wo no ho a na me fefe me ni ami hu me din.
Yes. Wow. Na o break.
Oh, okay. $100 pen be ma sa de we.
$100 pen. Wow. And you see, kasa and kana keke. You see, we have plans, but without this, the funds, you see, you understand. When how
but again be mama na and I amount for kakra said the esitie no any baby a odin betimi abo e wa bra wo $100 o bo Asante Kotoko amom stadia nti baby nti si yonka obi mu kakra maya so
me be de me phone
o de o pagya phone na o de ye camera na e wa ha na kyan yi but again twato so nti supporters am hwe sisi on Oyepa TV saso na Oyepa radio Oyepa sports on Facebook the daso sisi here wo na utua $100 ye do din be boho nti ukwa obetimi don sa kire say stadia Asante Kotoko si me so me contribute me din na boho no eno na eda eye screen so sisi here nti said the CEO kind of plans eguso ekoso fabu census no ese will contribute to. So I am to also doing all this trying to get the supporters involved said they will also be contribute to other areas sponsorship at Eba Club nim and how I was senior sponsorship recently Access Bank and the bus the guy say about a year ago and I can say looking at a Juma Asante Kotoko yeni sese no and the current bus Asante Kotoko use no you feel say Asante Kotoko will need a luxurious bus say they be support to e de wo no ya won bus say nenam na mai Asante Kotoko ma announce say e Makopolo bus a che say 2021 year am say be July and omo ye kro mu nya bibiem bus no sensem to say obi bisa e Asante Kotoko na na eto ne bus and say sponsorship no na e kita for the cost of the bus.
Me da say ye buy no me say bus and ever to ya kan usempi aboy am say sebi nipa cry expire nti no bus no na aboy adwuma na ya a lot of challenges e bi wo ha ni afresi o bus no air condition ya adwuma o nti no bus no I say me kai ko bo match bi am say Mina na baby last season na bus no ko say na wo say you rent another bus like of team no na afia di fitafo ekokoye bus no until it was challenge that we see in your new bus.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we didn't want to use our money to buy a bus because Lazio bus are very expensive. Bus were 2 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
It is kind of 20 billion. 20 billion.
Wow.
So it had to be through sponsorship.
Wow.
And any access tenancy, it didn't come and I'm going to Musa Amobayama
2 million Ghana
using the supporters as collateral again.
Okay. Nti hono omo baye dai omo tua bas nika e dey ama Asante Kotoko. Wow. Na dey na ma wonye nya sa sponsorship se nyina asa wo ye na tease wo ye ya pa na de aba wo ya pa na de aba you go ask me misa say how you are raising the level of Asante Kotoko. Your league ye struggle if na contact so na ya o boa wo nya sponsorship Asante Kotoko kabeboa ye nan ka bi anka efe no so because ni nyina be raise Ghana football o ma contact o
ni di kan me can be say Ghana you respect expertise when we say we are say ubetimi a lawyer and so by engineering and now you're illiterate what am I say
yeah
ubetimi engineer about medicine now you're illiterate and you know if we begin to respect expertise say okay ejuma we anyway ejuma yenya man no nya will succeed. Me, I trained for 6-7 years under a top sponsorship and marketing person in the UK. Yeah, sponsorship my English Premier League, Premier League itself, Premier League clubs, stadium naming rights, so many things across the globe. So I took my time to train under this person or this institution, and you know it's an area I'm well vested in. So when I go into a company and I sit with their marketing team or whoever now, I'm able to show why they need to sponsor Kotoko. For instance, COVID time over there sponsorship. COVID time, you should know that company now cover sponsorship if you know, not so struggle.
May you know you know if for my baho na na boy. Okay, yeah, no. I don't
want to lose my train of thought. Also, mama, and they under no obligation. Why not? Send me Ghana football.
Okay.
Company now, on a COVID about struggle into here an opportunity to get out of the struggle. What am I saying? So you have to offer our company the opportunity to get out of the struggle.
Okay. There are no tricks now, you know. I know the tricks now, you know.
Yeah, if you see sponsorship from the perspective of partnership, and you have the expertise, only expertise now, get an expert to come and do it for you. What am I saying? Get an expert to come and do it for you. The company in American English Premier League will contact us and say, in your sponsorship, these are assets. Go get it for us. Man, you could do it. Chelsea. So Manchester Airport. See, we have the airport. Yeah, we spend so much to build Manchester Airport. How do we get some of the money back? Then we will tell them, say. Almost see London Olympics Stadium. We any the assets in almost see Olympics when you baby facilities in the DNA. Give us a plan how to manage the legacy project. Then we give them into where some Optim Parks. You can have an opportunity to go into the Olympic Stadium. You can sell Optim Park to developers who convert it into real estate. They pay you money. You used to lease the Olympic Stadium. You make more revenue because it's an expanded stadium. So these are things that you need experts to do. You don't just.
What can you maybe from announcement? I free the owner of the club. Any the free board hobai more appointed. They say more year juma for 3 seasons. And your mama can so there. Me am tell them you say 3 years. E bit me say nyuma no. In case say infemi ensa so na board edo modwuma maye ekwokyere opem so. Ye dwuma ya ye ne opem so maye ade enananom say dem asia so tumi enyoma ekwo kama monto aso. Board ni wie ya basi you no management. Nana ye ko opem so ho no. O say ye nto adwuma ne so. Nti na ye pese wo so to aso. Ubisom.
Me answer ne say we are say
100.7
man proposes, God disposes. Ex-president Atano's professor, may he so rest in peace. He was president when he died. we had given him a 4-year mandate. When we na sevio, nyame friend. So if you plan, say, ebia me 1.5 years, we pay 3 years, I can home, we pay see I can once and why you fail. Me, nyame mami na, nyame ti my no. I go all out and do it today. Me we no want your china, my your china there. Me knew be a me dream. Yeah, but my mandate 3 more years, 4 more years. That's not how I work. Because bet me I could no one sorry. If you want 10-year mandate, what are you going to do with it? You can't do anything. To me, I don't think about those things. Okay. Honestly, me dear mammy no, and then ya me di mammy no, and then I'm the year. So me sorry, me could that china me sorry and coupon say, yow. Sebi, omodo do won't mean to us. I'll be judged up to that point. No, what am I gonna say? Yeah. You know, I work according to the time God gives me, and not otherwise.
Yene the CEO Emma Kumase Asante Kodoko Nana Yamponsa na AD Enkomo enche yebeba supporters aneti for ne no mu eso ababedi Enkomo CEO akasa about stadium paying $100 ohia nipa 100,000 pe na mo twa say scan Asante Kodoko in 18 months ebenya ono an stadium obobo ne league matches ewo ho CEO project bi so koso dada ko jachi project ebe wie ne na postponement abem ebe wie china na postponement abem latest on dada kwa jachi project say
okay yedika me apologize say project na che medika ka kwa cha de fe diska na yeah and project no me ka san ka 3 months ebe wie but when we say me buy no na minim niema bia ewo club no for instance I didn't know a car day I didn't know say ochina be a kabibe PA free hani idea. So our finances was not that good. And Sikana been the Irani team no been the other coach. And it got to a point it changed project. Okay, the very first image is about it was red and white. Then we changed it, we remodeled it to the one with the wooden cladding with the pergolas on top. First one by basic containers without anything on top. We expanded it to the pergolas on top. Team project, more or less a double in terms of the package, in terms of the cost. But I say, I said, we are a car roofing and finishing. Akra, near we face. But I said, Sabi, untimi ukrasika na also utua salaries and our team will win also utua bonuses. Untimi first can say me de kwa korufi adakoja achi am comedy players. Yeah. And let me say on record say by the grace of God as CEO I went to board and said say per financial projections be a all things being equal no, we will not need board contribution in terms of financial contributions to run this season. We can use internally generated funds to run the entire season. And that is what we are doing. So our projections, we've had challenges. Because the project is at least every match, you bring 10 to 15,000 people to come and watch. Now we are not getting even 5,000. In that projection is quite, has fallen short. So the finance minister called parliament, no, based on tax collection and a few revenue generation points. Sebi am bamwa na was say introduction for head ebem I think say project no NCBI be ye man who by end of this month there. So but it's an ongoing project. And you be unveil the phase 1 and then continue to develop the phase 2 and beyond.
See ye na ye wi ano no say be our supporters will bet me abem na almost question ba community and say be no omotimi ebisaw. Mami misa we in your mind ye ka Kotoko stadia any sika wo Kenya capacity be na say sika no betimi afford e beti 15,000 20,000 e bisu Kotoko the supporters no do see here 60,000.
Already no man say we're looking at 18 to 20,000 but supporters in the door see here 60,000 40 never why intimate feel it 10,000. We have to go on evidence based we need the statistics. You have 40,000 to see I was here occupy. You need 5,000 crowd occupy. So how do we say he has 60,000? How do you justify that?
Okay.
So we should pay numbers now. One of the and now mobile stadium. Then he brought 10,000 crowd.
Okay. Young players, no. The team is performing. A lot of agents will get closer to the team. Clubs will be watching the players. Mbella, Infegi, Modasiru, plus other players or Boho Munina contributed to Baby Akotokoda this season on the league, top of the league.
Adu-Poku was the only person contributing goals. But Okoye, you spread it. I can say here and now, say by till the end of the season, no player will leave. Player being free.
As of this stage.
Yeah. Player being free. But at the end of the season, say a better player or young top player, it depends on contributions that come in. Because as for smaller they are committee at home. At least around how much we are getting. Now we be a year falling short. We have to offset with player transfer, gate proceeds, and other contributions, which we hope say the supporters. Mijomudi, I know say Mami San sorry biom. I know say Ombeya mai. What am I saying? Because without them, we can't do it. Without the supporters, you need fuel, you need energy. So I'm really calling on the supporters. Say, because we share and crying, no more contributing. We need. Say, Dave, my main launch 100,000 challenge. We need 100,000 supporters.
What's in the 100,000 challenge?
At Matuni this year. We need 100,000 committed supporters. 100,000.
See when the supporters in the home bus. Our stadium.
Bus I ready. Team no wura. Nti you pese the coach team wura no bless it or bless bus no ansana. I'm sure say by the time you be President's Cup no na team no bas no be ko bas ndi are ready ke say gi space kura ho mpese be fire 10
mfa ma kuma se mu
and I'm quite so
okay yan call line so ne yan fa course kakra countryman songo de if I'm here today my new opportunity we na me will be as me bona baswa a countryman songo offer me as a small boy e wa asafo me kai one day bi na ye di achine bo ho achine obegina hodi ohemi din ye wi anos achine abram studio and then the day journey ni start here so ngwa ba
medase
more fire medase mam use opportunity na me na wase ka yi kura wo ho a anka me de beto CEO ne David Obian na komanda wase ama
me sida o ja bi wo
more fire medase
this is striker home because of striker they can't say boy because of striker very well we not being co-studio because we must make our first ball our best studio at that time almost what Montia say school near Akra no make our fan on the view microphone number nam say Akra no potential senior we see can't the foreign news were bonte that times what pay AC Milan we see a boy AC Milan players need the church the no be as a striker to Italy or it be an so if you go for any purposes I'm invisible bully pakrodi
David Oben your communication director the man Santiago Dave say bibia boko okay yemfa course kakra na ubusu betimi abem 0322494401 0322494771 hello Good morning.
We are going to some conference in the National Wabo Juma.
Could you you?
They put you up as a papa. Africa, who you are. I have to say, no, they said, I'm so man and cotton to my. The body of the work or another uncle, a Africa, and we are seeing that. It's another one on the Australian Contest League, never said anymore.
Okay, that's a good answer. Hello. Wow. Sammy. I'm the line back on hi. Yamfa winko. Okay. Hello.